Do you ever notice that you can't win an argument because people rationalize anything? That's right, they can rationalize anything. And here's the key thing: rationalization keeps you stuck. Right where you are, it keeps you stuck. But I'll tell you what, you have an inner wisdom, an intuition that's within you. And that intuition knows what's next, what's right for you, for your growth, for your expansion. But most often, we don't listen to that intuition because we can't rationalize it. We can't justify it. Here's what I know: rationalization keeps you stuck right where you are. It's not about growth, it's about contraction. And rationalization is based on everything that you've learned up until this point. It's not about new. You're justifying it with all the experiences you've had up to this point. Well, if you're doing that, you're not going to grow, you're not going to expand. But your intuitive nature inside of you is willing to step into the unknown. And you see, it doesn't have reason for it because there's no experience of it within your mind. Therefore, it appears to be scary, when in retrospect, it's just going to become a greater you. It's like, I remember when I was in ministry, I just started in ministry. We're going way back to 2008. And I was an assistant minister at a center. And I was told that due to financial reasons, they couldn't afford to keep me. And could I become part-time? And in that moment, I just closed my eyes for a second. And all of a sudden, Spirit came up to me and said, yeah, I'll go on part-time and I'll work full-time until such and such a date. And at that time, I'm going to leave joyfully and I'm going to start my own spiritual center. I don't know where it came from. I had no intention. I had no plan, zero plan. But I followed that intuition. It came out. I let it come out. And lo and behold, now, almost 16 years later, I'm the senior and founding minister of the Agape Spiritual Center. But if I had not listened to my intuition, I wouldn't be where I'm at. And I can tell you about so many times in my life where when I followed my rationalization, I was stuck. When I followed my intuition, it led me to new places. And here's what life is. Life is always about expanding and growing into more. So if that's what life is, shouldn't we be listening to our intuitive nature? Now, there's times, now don't want to wear this out. I don't want to make it sound like all rationalization is bad. That's not true. Some of it serves us really good. But we've got to find a balance between when we rationalize our behavior and when we step into the unknown and create a new behavior, a new thought pattern. And that gives us a greater experience of life. I truly believe that if you're bored, if you're feeling isolated, if you're feeling depressed, it's because you're not moving forward with your life. And that goes against your divine nature. That goes against the very essence of all that you are. You're supposed to be growing. You're supposed to be becoming more. It's why you're here. You don't have to ask for a divine purpose. Your purpose is to grow and experience as much of life as possible. That's it. How you do it, that's up to you. Why? You've been given free will. That's right. You have free will as to where you focus your mind, what thoughts you take in, how do you follow them up with aligned actions, and what emotions you attach to them. You have that choice. No one else does. No one can really make those choices unless you give them that power. And if you give them that power, well, you've given up your free will, your greatest power. One thing I've known and learned is that the greatest thing that we value most, each human being, is freedom. Freedom to be our unique self. And we'll go along for a while sacrificing it, but after a while, we won't anymore. We'll step into that power. So today's a great day. Sit back and listen. Be still for a little bit. Listen to what your intuition's calling you to do, and then follow it and see how that works. With that, everyone, it's a great day to be alive, and each of us gets to make it so. Much love.